Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to F.E.A.R. Let's continue. So, instead of endlessly speculating that the first 3 levels of this game were the DLC, I decided to go look. Turns out the first 3 levels, the entire area before we entered this building, actually are just the main game. So I don't... It feels to me... Okay, we've got some spooky sounds. Feels to me like what happened is that was just the least finished section, and there's hopes that we will forget the beginning of the game, which is a fair thing to be hopeful for, that people would just kind of totally forget the beginning section of a game and move on to the the main game, and remember that once you've gotten further along. So I'm gonna so there's several, it looks like, sections here. Where I guess I can just take people out if I can actually see anybody, which is a big if. I forgot to use the slowdown time. And I'm out of bullets.
I don't know which one of you shitheels over there is calling the shots, but you better stop dicking around fast, because the readings are getting worse by the minute. It's really a simple choice. You can either listen to the expert advice you're being given, or you can brace yourselves for the ass fuck of the century, because it's coming. You want
oddly graphic language, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because there you go. Nope. So, I mean, it really goes to show something, though. It's like these guys don't really shoot at you on easy. They don't really give you any challenge. They're super pushovers on easy. It's kind of nice to play a game like this on easy and realize, hey, maybe I'm not an easy player as much as I often end up choosing that as just a time-saving mechanic. Maybe there is something to be said about I actually do have more skill than it seems nowadays. I suspect that there's been a kind of power curve escalation in first-person shooting in general, and that to be considered a good first-person shooter nowadays, you are required to do a lot more than. I'm gonna toss that gun because I don't have very many bullets. So yeah, there might be a little bit more of a challenge nowadays required. Unfortunately, we are in a weird position here where we're on level 5, and this is going really, really slow. This was the room I was in. So I don't know if I really want to do the DLC. Unless it was really, really short. We've got to figure out a way to speed this up and just kind of breeze through all of this. Alright, you definitely can feel how the shotgun, like, you just bother to reload, slow down time and run towards them and shoot them, and you're perfectly fine. Unless we start running into those spooky guys that would hide in the corner and were partially invisible as more of a mixed encounter. This is gonna stay pretty easy. That's just notes. I thought for a second there that was an electrical panel that they just put in the wall for no reason. Geez, what could happen here? A hallway with blinking lights. The DLC does seem like it adds some characters, some enemies, but maybe some weapons.
Looks like you were right about the energy signature. Identical to the original. Still trying to come up with an explanation, but I figured you'd at least want confirmation. I'll be in touch when I know more. End of messages.
Getting really small bits of information, of story. In all fairness, let's face it, this was a game that was originally designed to just be a multiplayer vehicle. Most of these games were designed to be multiplayer vehicles, and because we are now in a position where the multiplayer does not work, this game is significantly less useful, or less valuable because of that. It also pretty much lost that value once people stopped playing F.E.A.R 1, which would have been at the least when F.E.A.R 2 came out. Like, you're not going to have a significant amount of people sticking with F.E.A.R 1. Let's see. These guys do seem like they kind of love to just slightly move out of the way of the shotgun, which in all fairness, I think some kind of limitation to the shotgun is probably a smart move. And yeah, we're gonna maybe get some more shortcuts opened as we go through areas twice.
Get me out of here!
Alright, let's pick up everything before we get into another cutscene. They are being slightly ambitious here with non-combatants, I suppose is what you'd call them. And you could call them NPCs. Probably is a smart move to switch to this gun.
Finally! Can you do something about these bombs?
All right, another civilian. Dead mother, we've located a hostage. Sounds like he's wired up with explosives. Roger, I'll send somebody to help out. Give him a comm link.
So we give him a comm link. We don't talk to him.
Hello?
He's strapped to a chair
You guys special
with
forces
bombs.
or something?
That's right. Just sit tight, Mr.
Bishop. Aldous Bishop.
Demo team's on its way. Okay, buddy. There's some elevators near your position. Secure the area and escort the team back to Bishop.
So does he have to roll in the chair? Because that would be awkward, to say the least. Wish I could hold more grenades. And I wish there was something here that was pointing me more. You know, we're not really getting a compass or a navigator or anything like that. This is just, what, a ceiling panel or a piece of art that fell off the wall? Another health thing up there. Spooky this way, lit this way. Might as well go to the spooky section because honestly, really doesn't mean anything. But clearly we have a choose your own path system. It's almost as if they felt like some players of the game wouldn't want to be scared, so they stupidly programmed it in a way that you could avoid.
Messing with the security system. They may be trying to box you in.
That's an odd prompt to get when I'm just looking around a room. So if I go down here, do I get locked out? So let's go over here. Now the elevators that we were near before was kind of quite a long way away. So I don't think we could do that. I'm a little turned around here. Just kind of a weird waiting room. Alright, so you go down this way. And that door didn't lock. We have a whole bunch of elevators. Is he dead yet? Nope. Wait till he drops the gun. And notice that they turned into a bloody mess. Oops. Oops. So, an actual death. Alright. We have 70 armor now, we have 150 health, we have 10 health packs, 5 grenades. I probably blew myself up. That was part of the problem.
Someone's messing with the security system. They may be trying to box you in.
See, getting the prompts now. So, throw grenades that way. They have me boxed in. I'll take the health pack. And this is the only guy left. Still got the weird sound effect on that guy.
Hold your fire. Hey, good to see you again.
So these are our guys.
Any way to get these gates open? Unfortunately, no. Then I guess we're gonna have to improvise.
By yourself? What makes you stay alive this long?
This guy's actually talking.
Stand back.
So he's just gonna blow up
Here
that
goes.
wall.
We're through.
Right. So this is the demolition expert that we're escorting. I just want to get some bullets first. And they really are gonna just follow me. We haven't had a lot of this happen, of course.
Show us where that hostage is at?
The weird thing here, of course, would be if they disappeared or died again, and almost certainly they will eventually just die again, because this game probably can't handle that many AI characters.
Man, I should have called in sick today.
There we go. We'll just run around and fill up our health while we're playing. Notice that they're not doing anything very detailed. Oh, he
You the bomb
wheeled
expert?
out
That's right.
himself.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Just get this shit off me. Please.
Whoever rigged this is definitely a pro.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
He may be a pro, but I'm a master. A fire alarm. It was triggered at a security office on that floor. You'll need to shut it off to get the elevators back online.
So now we've got to go do our thing, which apparently the fire alarm opens the gates, so why not?
Mr. Bishop, do you have any idea why you were taken hostage?
They were asking about Harlan Wade. Me and his daughter Alice are on the same task force.
What kind of task force?
We're working on a study on the Auburn district over the past 25 years.
Are we going
Nobody
up?
told us what it's for.
Where's his daughter now?
Her office is in the executive building, on the 6th floor.
Or are we going over? Seems like we have just different paths we can take. We're looking, I guess, for armor more than anything else. Do we really want to listen to all of this dialogue?
Message from Alice Wade. Hey Aldous, it's Alice Wade. I put some photocopies in your mail basket. It's a bunch of news articles I dug up about Auburn from the last 25 years. There's a surprising amount of corroboration of the physical symptoms that old woman told us about. Seems a lot of people over the years reported feeling uncomfortable or nauseated after spending any amount of time there. But if it was some kind of chemical or radiological contamination, why didn't the city find anything in the soil or the groundwater? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh well, I'll talk to you soon. End of message.
I guess you're gonna play this whole level with the alarm going off. It's just a gun laying on the ground. Just a couple of guns lying on the ground, no bodies, no reason for it to be there. And I wonder if we've already been here. Yeah, we already have. So those guns were on the ground because we despawned that area. So, yeah.
You have one new message. First message from
Here we have the
This is Marshall.
cheesy poos again, so we know it's the fat guy's a bad guy.
Shots, but the security system just went down, so I don't know what the situation is. Just send all the high-level security teams to lock this place down. I'll call back once I have a better idea what's going on.
So here's Alma. See, here's the thing. Alma's not spooky, frankly. She honestly never really scared me. The Grudge Girl, she had that kind of sound effect that she did, the gurgle. Alma doesn't do that. Alma looking at me is just a girl with
Great. The elevators are working again, but now the security gates
long black hair.
You're gonna have to find another way to the roof. Holiday, can you guys escort Mr. Bishop? We'll take good care of him.
So it seems like we're leaving this whole area, and that was our only choice. So there was some other section that we missed, but it probably backed into where we were going. We can see Alma. Seems like she came from over here, from blood. Seems like she might straight up appear from blood. You really have to just, once you make this realization, you realize all kids are creepy if you want to look at them that way, and Alma is not doing anything physically dangerous to us. It's not even like she has an area of effect where she's hurting me or their fire follows her or anything like that. Oh, I have to jump because the elevator's not fully up. Yeah.
Betters, I'm pretty much done here.
Any theories?
I'm gonna need to do some lab work.
Alright, head back to the roof and sit tight. It'll be a while before we can get a ride out of there for you.
Understood.
So, yeah, it seems to me like the story is taking forever to introduce Alma as a character when they really shouldn't have. And oddly, we're just looking for a way to crawl through the ceiling. See, this is a typical thing that often does happen, is if you're in an office building, there's a chance that you can get around a lot of security doors by just crawling through the drop ceiling if nobody's observing you. Also did look, there is actually a way to glue and install walls to brick and concrete, so if you are going to put sheetrock on bricks and concrete, that's seems like something it's doable. I don't see any path here. I'm not saying like an air conditioner vent. Alright, there's an air conditioner vent over there, so it must be, and this is where a line of dialogue would be very helpful. And there often are some very natural points in developing a game where you could say, look around, see if there's a air vent you can crawl through or something, and that wouldn't be too bad. Or if you could just have rat sounds happen, or even have something spooky point you in this direction, but none of that happened. So here we've got a dead body, and here we've got a dead end on an air conditioner duct, which doesn't make any real sense. That'd be bad airflow for just a waste of resources. So just another body falling in a pit of bodies. Dead bodies also not really scary, as long as they're not standing up and turning into zombies and attacking you. I don't have irrational fears personally that too often. Like, maybe I have one or two, but I wouldn't even be able to tell you what they are.
The Icarus program got shut down in favor of something called Perseus, which from what I can tell is funded by DoD. I'm guessing that's where Fiddle and his soldiers came from.
A lot of this backstory really does get covered in the DLC, and the DLC is kind of its own standalone experience. So, we are, I guess we could jump out the window. but I don't think there will ever be a point where we crawl out the window and then get on a ledge and then get back in a building, which might be something that a special forces people would do, or maybe that's exactly what they're going to have us do. Interesting. So knowing that they are special forces DLC elements, they're standalone things. And see that bird, I feel like the bird just flew through me. Don't want to fall to my death. Probably wouldn't matter too much, but it would be some reload. That you know you're just gonna have. There should have been a launch on the main game before you played the. If you just wanted to jump into the DLC, and that doesn't seem like that's the case. Or if that was the case, I totally missed that. So it looks like I might be able to crawl down there. Is there? No. There's nothing down there. Why would there be a multi-floor level hole? I guess maybe for equipment. Then we've got another one of these splits. Let's go left or right. Yeah, the level designer here does not have a clue what they're doing. I should probably stop the time slowdown mechanic right now because I can't see them. I think they probably are there. I need health. I'm getting hit pretty hard there. That was like 3 health alone. That guy just ran right next to me and just trying to get in the right position to shoot me. That was a pretty big challenge, so I have to question, is this going to be the final boss fight, or did I just really bungle that encounter? I don't know how much of a warning it is that you're going to run into another boss fight or a bigger boss fight if the game makes you run into a pretty big boss fight before that point. You could take that message as a step up your game experience, but there you go. I don't know if it's even worth your what? I don't know if it's even worth the bullets to try to blow up a barrel, because it does kind of feel like that's a lot of bullets that you're expending to shoot a barrel to get it to explode to kill maybe 3 people had I played that better. A lot of these first-person shooter single-player stories, like, sure, on the 3rd or 4th attempt you could be a lot better, because You would know where every encounter is, you know where every enemy is, you know how they typically tend to attack and paths they tend to take versus other paths that they're less likely to take. Yeah, this is just another branching path. And I suppose the one way I can speed this up is to just not try and look at every branching path as much. There we go. They managed to shoot a barrel at me. I feel like I've gone in a full circle. And because they shot a barrel at me, that did a decent amount of damage to me because I was on fire. Seems like the game wants me to take...
Fire and rescue is giving up on Jankowski. Hoping it has banged his head really hard and is wandering around the harbor with amnesia.
Someone's wandering around with amnesia. That's suspicious. See, what I also kind of wonder is, it feels like we're about to leave an area. And Finpeck's still's not been anywhere around here, so it would be kind of shocking if he showed up out of nowhere. Let's go ahead and reload. They just threw a grenade at me, and I didn't have enough time to move. This guy is running very far. Yeah, with the awkwardness of the controls and how the sensitivity is just a little too sensitive, a little off. It is still pretty hard to get the cursor in the right place. I'm about to die again. Having 10 health packs, 10 medkits may not be enough. And we're still running into problems. Like, it's kind of undeniable that I don't know which way they even want me to go here. Do they want me to jump up to this part? It seems like that's what they want me to do. So then I can get over here. So then I could jump over here. So I can get some higher ground. So, yeah, taking the higher ground, always useful. Did we kill everybody down there? What's this green over here? This has gotta be a health upgrade, right? There we go. So that was either a health or reflexes upgrade. And those landmines we're never gonna use. And over here we have a way up. Over here we have a way up. And we have nothing over here. Let's just save ourselves some time. Nothing collectible under the stairs, which there probably should be something. And we are over 30 minutes, so these levels are getting longer. There was a natural break point at the 30-minute mark at the elevators. It would have been possibly a little short of 30 minutes, but not by much. I'm assuming they want me to go that direction. And I'm assuming I've cleared out everything in this direction. Yep. Would be nice for a little mini map to exist. It'd also be nice if there was a few more health potions. Seems like we're getting in a bad spot with health. Maybe that's because I'm just getting worse at playing this. I am playing this game in a way that I wouldn't claim unnatural,
How you holding up, Mr. Bishop?
but
Looking forward to getting the hell out of here.
it's obvious. It's kind of obvious that the true way they would like you to play this game would be in one 10-hour sitting, which is not realistic. If this game wasn't so simple in the story and so old, I would half suspect that they implanted some kind of bomb inside the guy and then strapped the bomb around him. That way they take the bomb that's strapped around him off, then take him to the helicopter, and then they blow it up. In the end, I don't know if it really matters if he has a bomb strapped around him or not. This is weird. Because I think Alma could probably kill everybody in the area anyways. Yeah, so that was 37 minutes. F.E.A.R operative liberated the hostage Adis Bishop, who claimed that he was interrogated by Harlem Wade, a senior American researcher. Wade's whereabouts are unknown. Bishop also reported that he is a colleague of Wade's daughter, Alice. It assumes that she has been targeted by replica forces and may be already a prisoner. Replica is a new key phrase. Like, I had not seen that word used before. Is that the clones that are controlled by Fenton Paxtel? So if this is Interval 05 Extraction Blindside, that might mean there's like 12 intervals, but that may enter closer to like 20 actual levels, which is a lot of levels when you kind of assume that this game was more sold for its multiplayer than a single player, although this game does kind of 50-50. So we're like really far from the end of just the main story, and I think this is just going to take so long that the idea of doing any of the DLC back to back is not going to be realistic. I intended for this series to only last about a month. At this rate, it could go on for 2-3 months, so I might do the F.E.A.R DLC. Well, I don't know if I'd really even make it to Halloween in October month doing the F.E.A.R DLC for F.E.A.R 1. I kind of wanted to burn through all 3 of the games, and I think the good news is that F.E.A.R 2 and F.E.A.R 3 are kind of DLC lists. Also, it is worth mentioning that the 2 bits of DLC to F.E.A.R 1 are in kind of a separate non-canonical universe as far as Monolith Productions is concerned. This continues. I've stopped halfway. SFOD Operative Douglas Holiday is escorting Bishop to the roof for immediate evac. Holiday being a generic name that most people don't have. F.E.A.R technical officer is continuing forensic breakdown of the SFOD massacre site. There are indications that many American employees were executed. Or Armacam. What a terrible name. Like, it almost seems like it should be just American employees, and the F.E.A.R operatives are like British or something, or some other country. F.E.A.R combat operative, which I guess is me, will rendezvous with Holiday at the helicopter landing zone, which feels like this is going to immediately throw us into a boss fight. Are we gonna get anything? Like, it totally feels like that this would be the beginning of a boss fight. Nope, no dialogue, nothing. So maybe some levels will just be boss fights, but honestly that could only be like 2 or 3 levels. And it seems pretty obvious that anytime a helicopter is involved, you are either going to have to fight a bunch of people that are coming off the helicopter or trying to stop you from getting on the helicopter. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.